never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
And there we go, the first of the track limits warnings coming in for Guillaume Plon already. You don't want that. We are looking at Danish, who's now in 7th place still. He's got resentment.
ATM.
Tinez has gone down, unfortunately, at turn 2. That's a shame. I think the same happened yesterday, didn't it? Track limits warning already at this stage in the game, do you? Because one more time and you find Tani's still ahead of him, but looking a bit more strong. Sorry, he's in 6th place now. He's got Pugliese, but Tinez went wide yesterday. Sorry, finished 14th, a couple of points, but himself going through the long lap penalty.
Yeah, and there's Beñat Fernandez on the number 7. He's certainly behind him. So we're coming up to half distance here. Nobody has shown any kind of real advantage.
Fastest lap of the race earlier in the gravel this time around, unfortunately for the Venezuelan.
And he has the pace to drag this group, and there's who is that in the background, way off on the green? That Arte has been the most consistent front runner, but there's a few others had a go, and I would think the next man who will join the race, so maybe he'll pick up a place again. Here is the 54 of time. Right, so start and finish then. And there's somebody pulling off that. Going to have a go is Marco Morelli. He pulls alongside. No, he's not going to do it here, but Veda Pratama fell off yesterday, but now is wanting to. Christian Daniel pulling his tape off the radiator as Brian Uriarte leads over Veda Pratama up the instinct that Marco could well have a look anytime soon.
And of course, with this being the final race,
to deal with the number 13 of Hakim Danish. He's a couple of places ahead of him at the moment, and that side is Morelli on Christian Daniel. He does it. Morelli takes 3rd place.
Of the season, if you do miss Rookie's Cup uncontrollably, I know I will, you can binge.
Give him 2nd place in the Cup, but it's Brian Uriarte, our Cup champion, leading with Marco Morelli right on his
It was 9/10 of a second with the chasing group across the finish line. That's watch. Born Racers now on the Red Bull Motorsports YouTube channel. Just scan that QR code on your screens. It shows you all the still all to play for, as we know, in time around piece. They closed in by a 10th, but look at Brian out front. He's just thinking, no way. Behind the scenes of what it takes to be in Rookies Cup, from the guys at the front to the guys at the back. The Rookies Cup in this final race of the year, Mitani and Pratama, absolutely brilliant. I'm absolutely going for it. Last time around he set a 146.8, but actually the fastest rider on track, and that was the 2023 season.
And while I'm talking about
as close as you like, they are not shy one bit, are those boys?
No, that's right. I mean,
Peter, because Joel Pons back in 19th place at 145.9. So actually,
internet and so forth. Don't forget that you have your last chance to apply to join the Rookies Cup. Zen is really good at wedging himself a gap, isn't he? He just will sort of put his elbows.
There's a lot of pace in hand here for the riders, but do they want to burn up their tyres too quickly or not?
Well, Joel Pons next year up until midnight Sunday night. We've still got applications open. In and squeeze through.
What a character! What a character! Absolutely love it.
He's had a lousy season and a half in Rookies Cup so far, but he was 6th in FP2. And then we'll be choosing who will be invited to the selection event in
Gonzalez moves to the inside, up the inside, and Morelli there, the 95, looks for a little bit of space to get.
Complete mess of qualifying, didn't get a toe, but certainly he has pace round here if it's October to decide the riders who are invited to the Cup for next season.
Could you be a story first as well, but gets the door slammed shut by Uriarte. Oh, just sensational.
FB pace is anything to go by, so it would be great to see Pons way up in this group.
Like Marco Morelli, he really is, just one in a long line of no. And there we go, Gonzalez was the fastest rider of the race last time around. Uriarte and Pratama, a bit like yesterday, just swapping places, poster child of Rookies Cup, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that's right. Jorge Martin.
That's not how you want to sign off from rookies.
No, Marco Morelli has the lead now.
Around various parts of the track then, Morelli sitting tight in 3rd position.
He won the MotoGP World Championship last year after in the post-podium press conference. Morelli takes the lead for the first time in this race. He's got his head down, and Danish rejoins.
Daniel just behind him as well. Here is that fast and flowing.
Brent said, I would not be here if it not for the Rookies Cup, and absolutely true. So, back with our action now. But he's obviously going to be out of the points. Veda Pratama just has to sort of finish, really, to pick up a couple of
the track. That's not really an overtaking spot, Christian, but he didn't quite make it stick there, so we got track out.
These are the guys who are looking to go into the Grand Prix classes next year. It's Uriarte. Mark Humber points to go back in front of Hakim Danic in the battle for second place in the Cup.
That is such a crying shame, isn't it? Limits warnings for Agostinelli, Brown, Monignane and Danish.
Hakim Danic, yeah, that. Morelli, Gonzalez, Pratama, Mitani, Pugliese, Hakim Danic still with a...
Goodness me, well, we turn our attention back then, so it could well be Uriarte
is very much a warning. All three abreast again on the brakes, and it's Marco chance of being Cup champion.
Such a technical part of the circuit here. And Veda, your top two. But who will win the final race of the year?
Morelli, no plan B, takes the lead.
Brilliant. No plan B up there once again. He's here as we watch sort of the slow motion of the riders. This nice Morelli leads from Gonzalez, who really wants that fourth position in the standings. Been a little bit quiet this year, hasn't he? Not what we expected from the Argentinian. Kicked off the overtake from Uriarte into Curvone. These guys, they don't lift through there at all. In his debut season in rookies, and Mitani wants another podium as well. There is Danish limping around again. Year with a 5th and a 4th place finish. He got his first podium in Le Mans race 2. Do they?
No, and he's using all up the curb there. It's fairly bumpy across the inside there, but it doesn't seem. And it's something that that Marco Morelli said yesterday. He said, you know, when you're aware that
he's not been on the podium since, but this is what we want to see from Morelli.
Yeah, he had 2 wins. Not them at all, does it? Okay, we're back live now.
Oh, someone's down in the background. Couple of riders down.
The guys around you are battling for the Cup, and you're not in the running. He said some part of you wants to say, okay, last year, and we want to see him on the top step of the podium, and Brian desperately trying to keep him.
That is a big shame. It looked like could have been Beñat Fernandez being one of them. It is.
I better, keep away from them. He said, but I don't think like that. He said, you've just got to race and not make his KTM off the green stuff there as he chases Morelli away from the first corner.
And of course, him and Morelli came. And I think it's him and Christian Daniel. 2 riders have said keep an eye on. Well, we've kept an eye on them there as they've tumbled.
Any mistakes, and that's what he did superbly yesterday. Maybe he's a little bit even more care to the wind today.
Into blows back in Sachsenring, didn't they? And look at the gap then with the chasers. They are on it into the gravel. What a shame. They will be hopefully back out tomorrow, and we'll see the best of